If I want to get faster, then big workouts on a treadmill, outdoors, wherever it is, but big efforts, big speed sessions obviously makes sense. So that's the point. If I'm running hard enough today, I shouldn't have to prove again how fast I can run tomorrow. We just blasted a 10-mile tempo workout on a treadmill. And the reason I did it on a treadmill today, normally I do outside and I suggest doing outside. I did it on a treadmill because my confidence has been lacking this prep. We are in summer in South Florida. It is hot, it is humid, and holding some of these speeds that I'm shooting for this race has been a little bit difficult dealing with these conditions. So my thought today was same stimulus, same big effort, but I'm not competing against heat and hydration. So I'll do it on a treadmill and make sure that those speeds feel realistic and that in this off season, I've actually gotten faster. I am gassed after that 5-mile tempo with 6.5 minute pace, a warm up and a cool down. Years ago, that speed sounded ridiculous. A 10-mile workout with a 6.5 minute interval was way too fast. And today, it felt controlled. Oh, good morning. No, I'm just kidding. It's not morning. It is actually 6 p.m. right now, which is way later than I normally run. I'm most definitely a morning run person. But today, wasn't able to make it work. But normally for any type of run, this would stress me out because running in the evening, for me personally, is so much harder to get myself going, so much harder to be motivated to do it. And then also my performance is shot, and so it's just harder for me physically. But thankfully, today is an easier run. And even in the past, it being an easy run, with it being off my routine, it'd freak me out, or even just being on the schedule would freak me out. You know, another run, another chance to get better is how I used to always look at it. But now, as much as I still don't like running in the evening, I'm relaxed because there's a few things that I've learned about these easy runs. Like I said, normally not an evening runner, but when there's no pace involved, this is actually very, very relaxing. Running is probably the only sport where someone tells you that they want to get faster, and over half the advice they get is to run slower. And I think a lot of this comes from being younger and a lot of people not really being into distance running, unless you're doing cross country, of course, in high school or whatever. And the idea is to push as hard as you can, 100% effort, 100% of the time. And that is the mentality, is full gears, full force, all of the time. And it's such a change of perspective and execution to think, okay, not all of the time do I need to be hammering away. It's hard to shift your mind from 100% of the time to 100% some of the times, but not all the times. And most of the time, probably not, probably closer to like 50%. And then on the other hand, in today's day and age, you have Strava. And I talk about this before, is that everybody's on a different page of their journey. Somebody might be later in their prep in peak season. Somebody might be in the off season and just focused on shorter runs. And you see all these posts on people hammering away these fast runs, running 10Ks, half marathons, and basically just the highlight reel. And it's hard to kind of sift and sort through all of the social media on here's a big effort from someone that they prepared for, that this was the goal to go ham. And all the other workouts where it's just another run, just another jog, which most of your runs end up being. And I know, especially for me, I hate wasted time. I hate wasted days. The older I get, they seem to fly by even more. And the idea of having a day wasted tears me apart. Having an opportunity to get better and it going down the hole in the trash eats me alive. And then that translates to running, thinking, okay, today I have to push because I have to get better. I cannot waste this hour or 2 hours I have to hammer out this run. I have to perform and I have to give it my all. And I always thought that pushing a little bit harder would give me a little bit more benefit. And then that's when I realized that training isn't done one run at a time. And once you learn that easy running is actually getting you better too, it helps out a lot, because while the effort and the intensity of some of these runs aren't what you think they should be, they're helping in so many different ways. These easy runs are building your aerobic capacity. If you remember when you first started running, or you're just now getting into running, that bone soreness that you used to get or get right now is painful. And you think, how is this ever gonna go away? I just went for a 12, 13, 14 mile run and I can feel it in my bones. There's no other better way to describe that. And these easy runs help your body absorb that. It creates those adaptations that you need to be able to hammer out 20, 21, 22, 30 mile runs. And as easy it is to think that the way you can run 30 miles is by training to run 25 and then gutting out the last 5, it's not. It's built through those easy runs. And I always tell people when they're first training for half marathon, full marathon, is don't focus on a single run in that week. Focus on your total weekly volume, because your body's gonna adapt to more running. And so when it comes to run that 26.2 miles or whatever it is that you're running, and you show up to that starting line rested after running 40, 50, 60, 70, all the way up miles a week, 26.2 in one day actually is gonna feel fairly easy. Because the magic isn't that running 9-minute miles is magically gonna make me run 6-minute miles. It's that I can accumulate a lot more aerobic work and volume at a 9-minute pace without completely destroying myself. So there's a little thing called the recovery cost equation. So for example, I had a beast of a workout that I nailed and it went great. I had a big effort and I really hammered it out. And then the following day, I had a deliberately very slow run. Why? Because every workout has a training benefit versus a recovery cost. Hard running has a high stimulus and a high recovery cost. Easy running, useful aerobic stimulus, a lot less recovery cost. So if you turn easy days into medium hard days all of a sudden, you accumulate fatigue without necessarily gaining additional adaptation to justify it. The problem isn't that running faster on an easy day does nothing. You're just paying more for it. So I think the question becomes, can running slower actually make you faster? Yes, but not because slower is magically somehow better. It's because training isn't just about today's run. It's about stringing together months of consecutive runs without breaking yourself down. Earlier this week, I needed to run fast. The next day, I needed to recover. Both runs were making me better. And I think that's what I misunderstood for such a long time. And I think that's what so many people still misunderstand. It's that not every run is supposed to prove how fit you are. So sometimes getting faster means being confident enough to run slow. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also check out in the description below the link to the course that I created on how to use fitness to make your life better, not necessarily just get more fit. It's quick. You click on the link, put your email in, it sends it to it. It's free. Check it out. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, until the next one, make sure to run slow when you need to and run fast when you need to. I'll see you in the next one.